Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Monica. I'm a Mexican-American author living in a small village in the UK. And today I'm going with my family to the 16th century house named Coughton Court to see a production of Romeo and Juliet. And I apologize, it's a little bit loud because I'm by the road here, but I thought I'd bring you along so you can see just a little bit of the beautiful atmosphere here and Coughton Court. So one of my absolute favorite things to do in the summer when we lived back in Los Angeles was to go to the outdoor cinemas and also to Shakespeare in the Park. And so when we first moved here a couple years ago, one of the first things I did was to look and see if they had anything similar like that, and of course they do. Why wouldn't they? We're about 30 minutes from Stratford-upon-Avon, where William Shakespeare himself was born and raised. So yeah, so we are walking through this absolutely beautiful field towards Coughton Court, and they are, like I said, they're showing a beautiful production. They're showing a production of Romeo and Juliet. It may not be a West End production, but honestly, every production I've seen here by these smaller theater companies has been absolutely amazing. And when it's set in one of these old courtyards, you know, from these old buildings, man, it's just like nothing else. That's one thing that you cannot get in Los Angeles. You know, we get a lot of amazing productions, obviously, because Los Angeles is a film hub, so a lot of great actors there. But I'm sorry, I'm looking at the ground because there are typically a lot of sheep in this field. Oh, there they are. And so there's a lot of sheep poo. But I'm gonna turn this around for a second so you can just see where we are going. It is so pretty. It is the most beautiful day. After the heat wave, we are finally getting some cooler weather. And another one of my favorite things about living in the UK are these beautiful puffy white clouds and brilliant blue skies that you get during the summer and the spring, and actually in the fall. I mean, so far living in the West Midlands, we've had very few days where it's just completely overcast and gray, and I think that's one of the misconceptions about living in the UK. So yeah, such a beautiful day. Man, we were dying through this heat wave, but now these are the kinds of days that I absolutely live for since moving to the UK. And one of the reasons I left Los Angeles was because we just could not stomach the heat anymore. So these days are just perfect. Not cold, not hot, just perfectly temperate. So, okay, I'm gonna turn this around again so that you can see we're getting closer to Coughton. And also, look at the sheepies. Another one of my favorite things about living in the UK that you did not see a whole lot in Los Angeles, or ever unless you went to, you know, a farm of some kind, is that there are sheep everywhere. And even after 2 years, I don't get tired of seeing them. I'm always like, sheepies, as soon as I see them. Oh, and listen to them, they're so cute. Let's see. There they are, all huddled around the tree in the shade, trying to stay cool. They're so cute. One of my like bucket list items, oh, but they always run away as soon as people get close. One of my bucket list desires is to make friends with these sheep, and of course I have a lot of respect for animals, so I don't ever want to approach them in a way that's unsafe for them, and I tend to maintain my distance from animals because I don't want, not all humans are nice. Oh, they're so cute. Hello sheepies. Hello. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with that one? Oh, there are more. Look at them all under the bridge. Oh. And there, as you can see, is Coughton Court. That is where we're going. All right. So I'm going to leave you there for now, and if we have time after the production, maybe I will take a little jaunt into the church, which I don't think I've seen yet. This used to be a National Trust house, and we are National Trust members, so that meant that we could go inside, but the last time we were inside, there was scaffolding, and anyway, it's no longer a National Trust house, so I don't think we could go inside today. But yeah, all right, we're gonna go see Romeo and Juliet at Coughton Court. All right, we just finished watching the production of Romeo and Juliet, and it was amazing. 5 stars out of 5. Would definitely recommend. I will try to find the name of the troupe and post the link to their website in the description below. But yeah, there really is nothing like watching a production of Shakespeare in the land where Shakespeare wrote, and it just always blows my mind that what so many hundreds of years later we are still performing his shows and his plays, and that they still move. And yeah, I just thought this was a beautiful production. The actors were amazing. I love how every troupe puts their own little touches on the show, and infuses humor in a tragedy. Fantastic. All right, so we are checking out St. Peter's Church. We'll see if it's open. Looks like it is. I'm going to turn this around so that you guys can see it. There it is. I love these old tombstones. These old cemeteries always get me. I love just walking around and reading the dates on them and seeing what you can see. Okay, let's check this church out. We're gonna go inside. Now, I don't know anything about this particular church, when it dates to. It's quiet. I love that smell. There is something about the smell of an old church that I just, always gets me. Look at that. Love the stained glass windows, the old pillars, the pews. Trying to be a little bit quiet out of respect. I wish you guys could smell the smell. Love it. All right, let's turn it around so you can see. And let's see, whose tomb is this? I don't know if I can read it. See if I can find some information on that for you guys. Love those windows. There's the organ. Beautiful. Okay, I am back home from my trip to Coughton Court to see Romeo and Juliet, and I just looked up a little bit of information on who was buried in the tomb at St. Peter's Church, because I was curious and I wanted to let you guys know. So it is Sir John Throckmorton and his wife Marjorie Throckmorton. Sir John Throckmorton lived from 1524 to 1580. And interestingly, he was a cousin to Catherine Parr, who was the 6th wife of Henry VIII. So again, that's one of, I know I keep saying all these things that I love about living in the UK, but truly coming from living in the United States for most of my life, which is a younger country, it really is one of the coolest things to just be surrounded by so much history. And just on an afternoon out going to see a small production of Romeo and Juliet, you can encounter so much cool history. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed coming with me to Coughton Court. I know we didn't go inside, maybe we'll do that another time. But I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. I will be posting more content like this. Thank you so much.